You ever heard of an immortality myth? That's a fancy way of saying I think it can happen to you, but not to me. Now, the other day had a little incident. We were moving stands and it really got me focused up on safety during bow season. There are a million ways for us to get injured or possibly dead while bow hunting. And I'm starting at the tractor. This is not a tractor safety video, but starting at the tractor, I'll tell you why. There's so many ways you can injure yourself with a tractor or lose your life, and it's happened, or lose a limb. Let's start with this one. It's getting that time of year, bow season's in. We're going to be putting in food plots or your bush hogging roads, which everybody does. You want it nice to go in there. You go to turn the key doesn't turn over, so what do? Well, if you're an idiotic redneck like me, you come down here to the solenoid. You then take a wrench and short it at the solenoid. Never, ever, ever do that one. That's why I listed as number one. I actually personally know a couple of people, one man that lost his life from doing that. If that tractor is in any way in gear, it's going to kick forward and run over you. Don't short it at the solenoid. Stay on the seat. If it won't crank, get a new ignition or get somebody professional to check it out. Probably the most dangerous implement we use hunting, farming, any of the above. The old bush hog or brush hog if you prefer. Now on this bush hog, right back here at the back, you've got the PTO. That PTO is spinning at a high number of RPMs. If anything gets caught up in this U-joint or on this shaft or on this other U-joint, loose clothing, a digit, it's gone. It is going to wind you up in it, snatch your arm, snatch your fingers. From then on, you'll be telling the guys after you kill a big buck, hey, high four, because you've lost your thumb. Never ever wear loose clothing. Make sure the tractor's off when you're going to disconnect, reconnect, check on it, shut it down, get out of the seat, and make sure the tractor is off when you go check. Most dangerous piece of equipment we have. Okay, your roads, you bush hogged them, you got off the tractor safe, but you're still not out of the woods. As a matter of fact, we're in the woods. That's where we run into another danger that we all got to be aware of. From now until frost, snakes are crawling at their zenith. The insect population at its zenith. There's the most there will be all year. The incident that got me thinking about safety, I walked within, I don't know, 3 feet of a rattlesnake that was about 4.5 feet long, maybe 5. Can't tell you how many rattles he had on it because my buddy got into a little scuffle with him. Anyway, yada yada yada, in pieces, rattles gone. But if I never saw him, so if I'd have just stepped and picked up this piece of trash that was there, I'd have gotten bit. I'd have been way out in the middle of nowhere. So watch your feet walking in. Even an area like this, a rattlesnake will lay up in these oak leaves, in pine straw. You can't see him until he moves or strikes, or you just see an irregular pattern on the ground. Other thing to keep us safe and avoid death or illness, see this grass? Ticks. Ticks are disease vectors, and there's millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions of ticks. All right, everybody knows Lyme disease. You get that one. That alpha-gal syndrome. You get it, you can't eat red meat anymore. I don't know about you, but I kind of like a ribeye on a Friday night. All right, so spray a good bug repellent, something with DEET in it. Make sure you check yourself for ticks after the fact. You get a tick bite and that little bullseye pattern around the bite, go to the doctor, go soon, go early. But watch your step going to your stand. That's another way you can. Okay, you made it in safe. You didn't injure yourself on the tractor. Got your harness on. You've walked in. Did you check your favorite lock on out. Now it's 20 feet up, and I'm hanging by the cheapest imaginable ratchet straps. If you can't be good, at least put new ones on. Alright, and by be good I mean take it down in the off season, take it out. If you're dumb and lazy, you might have left it up. Whoops. Well, check the straps. Make sure all the straps we got on now are new and gonna hold my big fat A when I'm up there on the stand, and that's something I don't have to worry about. Staying safe, so check straps. I'm gonna show you a strap I took off an actual stand, one that wasn't even left out. See this strap? Looks pretty good, right? Came off an actual stand. Check this out. Let's try it again. Yep. If I'd have gone up that tree with that strap and put 240 pounds on the edge of that lock on, check your straps. And check for briars. That one got me right in the hand. Looking all the way around it, making sure there's no tears, no rips. I check fabric, that's still good and tight. Got my strap on, two-hand operation. Feel pretty good about it. I think she'll work. All the straps are good, nothing's dry rotted, nothing's broken, stands intact. That's another way we won't go down this bow season. Hey, I didn't even have to use one of these safety specials from Dollar General. Yeah, they're about as good a ratchet strap as you could buy. Clearly, I'm just kidding. Get a better ratchet strap, but they are new. This spot is looking pretty good, by the way. This is my mineral lick. Yeah, check out the minerals video. It works. They love it. Okay, you made it out. Your lock on was locked on. All the straps were good. Did you check your climber? That's another way we get. Alright, old school Summit. When I was checking this out, yeah, here's the spot. Found that cable was worn and that's starting to rust. If you've got rusty streaks of water dripping down anything, replace it. New cables on the Summit. That's one way I hopefully won't take a tumble from a tree this bow season. Any old rusty streaks, that Summit, it's aluminum. The cables are not, they're steel. If you leave them out like a knucklehead, they will rust, and they did. Replace them. Another safety concern to think about. You sharpened your broadheads or bought the pre-mades, which are razor sharp. Are they secure in your quiver? If you're walking around carrying that and you trip, you're stabbing a scalpel that deep into you. Wherever it hits, you might not walk out from it. Make sure, and that's another safety concern, make sure your broadheads are covered by hard plastic like your quiver cover, or stab down in something. Do not walk with it loose. If you're walking with it loose, be extremely careful. Check your broadheads. Now, one thing we all need to do is be in halfway shape. Now, granted, I've gotten out of shape. Old, fat, sorry. But I'm in good enough shape. If I got to drag a deer out, I can drag him out. A lot of people don't think about that. Every year, people die of heart attacks. Look where we're at. We're in the middle of nowhere. This drops off into a bottom on the other side of that hill. Big bottom. All right, you got a hill. Over the hill, it drops off to a beaver swamp. If you shoot a deer with a bow, even a good one, a good shot, 40 yards, 70 yards, maybe he goes 200 yards because it was a marginal hit, one lunger. Are you prepared to drag that deer out? Every year, people die of heart attacks from lugging it. Dragging a deer is hard work, which brings me to my last couple of safety concerns that we need to think about. One, every time you go hunting, I told you, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Cell service, I can look. Why would I? Got none. Alright, so I'm not going to hang from the tree and call somebody because I can't. I can't use certain apps because there's no service. But what I can do is tell somebody I'm hunting XYZ stand and I will be out by, we always say dark 30, but I'll be out by dark 30. Alright, that way they know where to come looking. If I'm not out on that time, they know where to come looking. Alright, make sure that you tell somebody where you're hunting, what time you'll be back, so if anything does happen, they know where to go. Alright, we appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe. Hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Farm Focused. We got some new merch coming out within the next 3 weeks. We'll let you know when it does. Check us out there. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great bow season. Stay safe and come back to the folks that care about you. And if you don't have anybody that cares about you, just come back. All right, see you next time on the Whitetail Cartel.